With the sun beaming high in the sky and not a single drop of rain in sight, it's hard to imagine this Yigo neighborhood on Tun Ramon Flores Street was nearly underwater just a few months ago. But back in May when Typhoon Mawar struck the island, that was the case for resident Nilo Edrelinda and his family. Waters rising in this flood-prone area to almost 5 feet.
That's the way it goes here.
And with Tropical Storm Bolaven looming, they're now anything but calm before the storm.
Now we're all nervous now, preparing for the worst again. I hope not.
Edrelinda telling KUAM Typhoon Mawar was the worst case of flooding they had experienced. Waters rising in the dead of night, forcing them to evacuate through a window to hire shelter they built behind their main home.
During the typhoon, we use a ladder to go across because we cannot walk over here. It's already flooded. So from the window to their window over there, that's where we evacuate.
The water eventually taking 2 days to clear out. But even then, Nilo and his family finding all their belongings completely damaged by the storm. The Yigo residents now fearing all of the things they were able to replace get damaged again by this storm.
We don't know if it's going to be a worse typhoon again, or because we have experienced the last one, which is very, very difficult for us. So right now, we're putting everything on the high side now, even though if it's strong or not. And at night you can't sleep because the typhoon last time, it was dark when they came the water from there. See all the water from the mountain going over here and then go around here back.
Still, Nilo says despite the constant flooding, he doesn't think about relocating from this place and instead prefers to adapt to it.
Do you ever think about relocating because of the constant flooding?
Not yet. I don't think about that. I'm thinking about putting a second floor. I like the area because it's quiet. I can't find anything to go where. And I like this area, yeah.
So it's worth it?
Yes, yes. It happened in 20 years or 15 years or 10 years.
Meanwhile, northern neighbor and Dededo Mayor Melissa Savara is preparing residents in her village for flooding, holding a sandbag distribution at her office today.
Residents were affording the opportunity for residents to pick up sandbags so they can put it out there as a protection, kind of like a block, and it'll cause the water to go elsewhere. And so we're preparing sandbags for residents in those areas that really, really need to block off their doors and prevent some flooding that comes into the homes.
The Joint Information Center reminds residents living in flood-prone areas to take action now, clear drainage areas and unblock storm drains to minimize flooding.